Section 3, Configuring Virtual Networks. Lesson 1, Types of Hyper-V Networks. To provide network connectivity between virtual machines, segregate virtual machines into subnets, and connect virtual machines to external networks, Hyper-V provides virtual switches. In this lesson, you will learn about the three types of Hyper-V virtual switches and the differences between them. You'll also learn how to connect virtual networks to an existing VLAN. Virtual machines require network connectivity just as do physical servers. Since Hyper-V creates a virtual environment in which virtual machines are hosted, this environment is isolated from any physical network. A virtual switch is essentially a virtualized network switch that can provide a level of network access to virtual machines, depending on the type of virtual switch the virtual machine is connected to. Virtual machines are connected to a virtual switch by configuring the virtual network adapter attached to the virtual machine. A virtual network adapter can be configured to connect to one and only one virtual switch. The first type of virtual switch is called private. This type of virtual switch provides access only to other virtual machines that are connected to that private switch. A common method of providing external network connectivity to virtual machines in a private network is to deploy a software-based router, such as Microsoft's routing and remote access, on one of the virtual machines. All of the virtual machines would have their network adapter's default gateway configured with the IP address of the virtual machine hosting the routing service. The second type of virtual switch is called internal. This type of virtual switch provides access to other virtual machines connected to the same internal switch and to the Hyper-V host. This type of switch is typically used when files need to be exchanged between the Hyper-V host and virtual machines. When an internal virtual switch is created, a network interface is added to the Hyper-V host named vEthernet and then in parentheses the name of the switch. The third type of virtual switch is called external. This type of virtual switch maps to a physical network adapter on the Hyper-V server and provides the virtual machines connected to this switch access to the network to which the Hyper-V host is connected. The external switch can even be connected to a wireless network adapter if the wireless LAN service has been installed on the Hyper-V server. When an external switch is created, a network interface is added to the Hyper-V host named vEthernet and in parentheses the name of the switch. The external and internal virtual switches can also be configured with a VLAN ID, that is, virtual LAN. This can extend an existing external VLAN network to virtual networks in Hyper-V. It is possible and quite common to configure multiple switches of the same or different type. For example, you may only need one external virtual switch, but in order to segregate servers into different subnets, you may need to create several private or internal virtual switches. The one restriction to configuring multiple switches is that only one external virtual switch can be assigned or bound to any one physical network adapter on the Hyper-V host.